please help me welcome my good friend, Chris with Sexy Life.
Get sexy!
Good morning. I am so excited to finally get to be here to share this with all of you today. Like David said, my name is Chris Ortman, and I'm the CEO and founder of Sexy Life. This is my wife Missy and I. Now we've been married for 9 years and we have 6 children together. Okay? And like any relationship, we have our ups and our downs. But what we're here to talk about this morning are the ups. What we started looking at is, how high can this up get? How can we get it higher? Is it going to get higher just on its own? Or do you have to be intentional about it? And so we started with that question at Startup Weekend, and we went out and we talked to 24 other couples. And what we found was that 85% of them all kind of felt the same way that we did about it. And when we started digging in a little bit to find out what they were doing together and how they were spending their time, we found that they kind of fell into one of 2 different camps. So let's meet Leah. She's a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids. Her day is filled with running kids from activity to activity, cleaning the house, making meals, wiping noses, doing all those mom things. At the end of the day, she's pretty wiped out. And by the time her husband gets home, they're so exhausted that all they have the energy to do is sit on the couch together and watch some TV. Or there's my friend Amanda. Now she and her husband are a little bit different. At the end of their day, they don't want to be at the house and see all the things that they should be doing. They want to get out and get away to spend some time together. So what they do is they go out and they have dinner and a show and spend between $150 and $200 on a date. And that's just to spend some time together. But we think that we can do better. And that's why we've created Sexy Life. At Sexy Life, we are all about improving relationships, one customized delivery at a time. We provide a package to help couples rediscover each other through fun and personalized experiences. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine that this is something that you and your partner decide that you want to do. So what you do is you go out to our website, take a small survey, tell us a little bit about yourselves, and you click the order button. A few days later, a package arrives that you probably set aside. That day, you get ready for work, you get your kids to school, you do your job, you come home, you do supper, you do homework, you get the kids to bed, and then when you get to the end of your day, you and your partner can sit down and open this together. And maybe when you open it up, inside, you find all the ingredients that you need to make some red velvet cookies. And so you go and you bake these together, and while you're baking them, we'll give you some questions and some conversation starters to help you connect on an emotional level and learn more about each other. And when you're done baking, and you've eaten and enjoyed your red velvet cookies, maybe there's a red velvet blindfold in there too, along with a few suggestions of how you might want to use that. So, the next day, we'll reach out and we want to find out how your experience was. We want to keep learning what works and what doesn't work for you so that we can grow with you as a couple. So that as your relationship improves, we can keep stimulating you to get higher and higher. So what we're talking about is a subscription box, right? And we know that the subscription box industry is pretty crowded right now. There are no shortage of companies that want to put stuff in a box and send it to you. But in this particular market, what we've kind of found is that they're serving one of 2 ends of a very broad spectrum. They're either very traditional in nature, or they're very adventurous. Think whips and chains and whatever else you think, right? So we think this is where there's room for us to come in and focus right in the middle on intimacy. Because intimacy needs both components in order to grow and blossom. And so the way that we want to approach that is by partnering strategically with relationship experts. We want to leverage their experience and expertise to put together a curated custom package for each couple to help them improve their relationship over time. So working with the relationship experts, we'll get the right stuff to get to you and keep improving it as we go. We did this at Startup Weekend and we built a small prototype. And we took this box out and showed it to 14 people. And of those 14 people, 5 of them said they would give us $80 for it right now. So we know that there's definitely some desire and some potential there. And I have, this isn't the Startup Weekend prototype, but I have a different prototype that we've been working on. And if you want to kind of take a look at it and see it, come find me afterwards and I'd love to show it to you. So like David said, we came out of Startup Weekend. It was a half-baked idea, which if you're not familiar with half-baked, it's Mad Libs for startups, right? And we had a great team that worked on this, and I just want to take a minute because a few of them are here. David and Jay and Chisholm and Evan and Talia are not here, but it was a wonderful experience. So Startup Weekend Cedar Rapids is coming up next month. If you've never been, I encourage you to go. Before we get to questions, I want to leave you with one more thought. A loving relationship can be the foundation of a meaningful life and our anchor amid life's difficulties and uncertainties. And in a world where disposable Tinder relationships are becoming the norm, we want to give couples the tools they need to build their one life stand together. And this is Sexy Life. Thank you.